Not very difficult. Not nearly like the lesson before with the apophthegms and the radiuses and all that other crazy stuff. Okay. Find the area and circumference of a circle with a radius of 2. You do it.
In terms of pi.
In terms of pi. It's the same. But that's only because 2 squared and 2 times 2 is the same thing. It's like the only time that's going to happen.
What about 1?
All right, now suppose I had said find the circumference and the area using 3.14 as pi and round to the nearest tenth. What does that mean?
12.6.
Plug it in your calculator. 4 times 3.14 and then round to the nearest tenth. Some of us have rounding issues.
12.6.
If you are rounding to the tenth, I think it's 12.56. Is that what it gives you?
Yeah.
Okay. And this is what it shows you on your calculator. The tenths place is here. No matter how many numbers follow that number, the only one I'm concerned with is the very next one. If that number is 5 or bigger, then this becomes 12.6. If this number is 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4, you simply lop it off and you don't change anything. Okay? But this would round to 12.6 in both cases because, as we just said, it's exactly the same. All right? Listen for your instructions. Using 22/7 for pi. Find the circumference and area of a circle that has a diameter of 42. Well, remember, pi d is another way to find circumference. And since we already have the diameter, that's the easier thing to do. Okay? Now, since we're using 22/7 as pi, it's 22/7 times 42. Well, can't you reduce 7 and 42? Okay? So the circumference of this particular circle is 132. 22 times 6. Now the area is equal to pi times the radius squared. Again, we are using 22/7, but now we need to square the radius. Well, how do you find the radius if you know the diameter? You divide it by 2. Now, be careful here. You can't reduce 7 and 21 at this point. Can somebody tell me why?
Because 21 squared.
Because it's squared.
Because 21 is squared, but 7 isn't. So in actuality, this is what we're looking at. And if you were going to reduce 7 with 21, you would still have a 21 there. But if you don't take that into consideration and you reduce it here, you've eliminated that extra 21.
Could you reduce it and then square 3?
No. You have to square first. Thank you. And then you can reduce it. Following your order of operations. And 63 times 22 gave us our area of 1386. Let me ask you something. If I had said your diameter was 42 inches on your circumference, would this be 132 inches or 132 inches squared?
Inches.
Inches, because circumference is simply distance. Okay? But here it would be what?
Inches squared.
Inches squared, because in area it's two-dimensional. All right, very good. Same thing, using 22/7 as pi. Find the circumference and the area of a circle that has a diameter of 14K. So what does that mean? You're going to have a variable in your answer. Your answer is going to be in terms of K.
Do we square 14 and K?
Yes. Well, it wouldn't be 14, it would be 7K.
Okay.
Okay, now we need to know how to do the algebra here. 7 here goes into 14 twice. So we've got 22 times 2K. So the circumference is 44K. Now, like Meredith asked, just like the last problem, we can't cancel these 7s yet because one of them is being squared, the other one's not. Order of operations says exponents before division. So we've got 22/7 times, what is 7K squared? 49K squared. 7 is being squared and K is being squared. And now I can reduce here. And I have 7 times 22, which is 154K squared.
Oh, I was like, you just stop there?
Yeah, you just stop there. Yes.
So if you don't know the radius, you divide the diameter by 2 to find it.
Yes. The radius is exactly half of the diameter. Okay.
Whoa.
If I asked you to find the area of the shaded portion